Why I can't sleep after betrayal. You're going to get some insight on how to get back to sleep. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you haven't. And if you got a question, put it in the box. Listen, sleep's so important. And when you've been betrayed, it's normal to not sleep well at all. Why? Well, you're still grieving the losses of your past, trying to put your past together. Who were we? Where were they? What did they do? Who was he? What was she doing? All the things that have to do, particularly to your betrayal, you're going to be processing in the past. You're going to be processing what it means for your present, financially, socially, live together, not live together, stay together, not stay together. All of the decisions that you have to make that are ahead of you, and then even processing your future, what that could look like. Well, that's hard to do when you're raising kids and doing homework and getting lunches packed and going to work and getting things done and trying to function. And you may not even know everything about the betrayal. You may not even know how many or when it started. And so in that case, it's double hard because you're kind of treading water while you're juggling all these plates, and it's really a lot for your system. And so when you go to bed, there's some time to breathe. And the zip drive on your brain starts to open up. And you start to think about the past, the present, the future. You also can start grieving, having anger and hurt. You can start bargaining. What if they did that, or I did this, or what if this would have happened, or this didn't happen? And you can start bargaining because you now are making time to actually process the betrayal. And it's not time that you made, it's just time that your brain says, oh, okay, we got some moments. Let's try to process some of this out because, we took these big bullets and we're in a lot of pain here. And we need time to just kind of think through, process, and feel. And you'll find yourself having strong emotions at the end of the day because they have not been processed earlier in the day. Your markers of grief have not been noted. And so you're in this situation. Now, also neurologically, your brain can be stuck in flight, fight, freeze, okay? And I know because many of the clients who've done intensives, 5-day intensives in our office, many of the women who've been betrayed have done the neuromodulation in our office, and their brain was able to shift back to neuroplastic instead of being stuck. And so if you find yourself like in a like a rut, and you keep going back to it, keep going back to it, keep going back to it, that could not just be grief, that could not just be loss, that could not just be trauma, that could be a neurological kind of stuckness that can be unstuck and help you get through that as well. Now, that's one thing you can do for sure. Come do an intensive, do some of the anger work, do some of the grief work. You can definitely get some counseling, get ahead on all that. But on a pragmatic thing, make some time during the day to address betrayal. Get a notebook, write things down that you're thinking and feeling. It doesn't have to be the first thing in the morning, but maybe 15, 20 minutes somewhere where you just say, okay, I need to breathe. I need to think. What am I feeling today? What's going on with me today? And write it down, or use that 15 minutes to talk to someone of the same gender, check in with them, let them know how you're doing. So your brain has this consistent space to download some of the information and feelings you're having. And if you will preemptively strike that opportunity, you will not need to have that when you go to bed. Now, there's pragmatic things. Some women and men have taken melatonin or some natural sleep aids. Some have even gone to doctors and got medication. I would try the natural before you go to the medication. You don't want to become dependent on sleep things, but you definitely need your sleep. It's part of self-care. It's part of your betrayal trauma recovery. And if you haven't read the Partner Betrayal Trauma book, I would get that, or the video. If you're not in a group or in counseling, I would do that, because counseling allows you that 30 to 50 minutes to be able to really process something that you're thinking about anyway. And it gives you a place to share your feelings, the hurts, the angers, the frustrations, how your spouse is responding to treatment or lack of treatment, or if they're still with the other person. Whatever you need to discuss, it gives you that kind of place in time where your brain says, okay, here we're going to download. And that can help you not have to have that place at the end of the day. Okay? I would also avoid, preoccupying yourself with any thoughts about the betrayal before you go to bed. I wouldn't go on social media. I wouldn't do any electronic stuff that keeps your brain stimulated. I wouldn't do caffeine. Okay? If you practice any kind of relaxation or prayer or meditation, I would get in that space before you go to bed. Learn to relax your body so that you can enjoy sleep. Betrayal trauma is real. It takes a toll on your entire soul. It takes a lot of energy. And so if you don't dedicate some time to process it, it will take time from the end of your day. And then you're more tired, you're more exhausted, you have less energy for your family, you're not yourself, you snap at people that you love, and you find yourself not enjoying your life as much as you possibly can. So please take some of these tips, be encouraged. There's so much more that you can do. There's the Partner Betrayal Trauma book, workbook, there's groups, there's things you can do. Do an intensive if you like. Give us a call, 719-278-370, if we can be of service of you in any single way. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button. We have so much about these topics. And also, if you got a question, put it in the box. And until next time, take some serious steps for yourself.